Hello everyone and welcome to session 1 of the Start Your Mastermind workshop. It's so great to have you here. I'm just going to make sure that I have the description in here and that I am actually live because, hey, that can happen, right? Who here has done that? Now, where you've gone live and then it's not live. There is a little bit of background noise. I don't know why the neighbour has decided to basically start construction work this morning. But anyway, they have. So hopefully you can hear me. Let me know that you can see and hear me. I'm just going to take a peek in here and make sure that you can. I know I asked my team to have a look in here as well and make sure all was well. But before I dive in, come say hi. Click on like down below or just whatever to let me know. Let me pull this one up. I hope you're having a great day or evening wherever you are. It's also good to let me know where you are coming from. Hopefully the connection is stable and we are good. It looks like we are. Okay, that is great. I can see it. I can see some people are here. Which is good. I love that. It's always so much fun to do a live and then no one's on it. But hey, that's what I love about doing a live because people get to see it later. With these videos though, they will be coming down. So we're going to be doing oh yeah, by the way, because I'm doing this with Ecamm, you have to give Ecamm permission and then I can see your name, which is all good. There we go. There we go. Awesome. Oh, that's kind of cool that it tells the people who've registered that it's there. So I hope that those who have registered for the reminder have been able to see the video. So yes, so with this week-long live workshop series where I'm going to be helping you create, thanks for that. I love seeing signs of life. It's brilliant. I'm going to be helping you create your own mastermind offer. So this is perfect if you're a coach, no matter where you are in your journey. You're just starting out or you've already been serving your clients. This is going to help you serve them in a way more powerful way. It's going to position you as a way more attractive option in a really crowded market too. And I'm going to kind of go through the whys and wherefores of the offer, why you're going to do it, what you're going to include, why it works so well, and how you can get started really quickly. And look, it's easy. The reason I've been doing this offer in my own business since 2013 is that it really is the easiest way I know how to increase your income, get great results, and enjoy what you do without all the pressures of launching constantly and all that kind of stuff. So you're setting yourself up for recurring monthly revenue, and it's just a fantastic offer. And a lot of people shy away from it or are not unsure about it, which is why I do this workshop. I've got all new content this week. So if you have been to one of my workshops before, never fear. I have rejigged it. We're doing fewer sessions so you don't have to remember to come to all of them. And I put new fresh content in. I try and really breathe in great examples as well so that you can see how this can come to life. I'm not just going to hit you with theory. I'm going to show you how the rubber hits the road and you can actually make it work. So if you just excuse me for one moment, I've decided to need to blow my nose while I'm talking to you. Anyway, okay, I thought we might even get started. Who is in to Oracle cards? I know they're a little bit on the woo-woo side, but hopefully I've got these Kuan Yin Oracle cards and they are always spot on. So I'm going to give them a little bit of a shuffle. I can see also that I have my, because I'm opposite, my tag hanging out. New top. Hope you like it. It's all cotton. I love that. It's got a little belch thing. Just showing you my outfits for the day. And it feels really comfortable. I feel good. I feel ready to get started. While I'm doing this, by the way, if you do not have, I've got this in black and white because my daughter's doing her final year of high school and the printer I think has been getting a workout and the color wouldn't work. So you can print it in color. You can just look at it on your screen as well if you don't like printing things out, which I kind of have just, I think this year doing my life coaching certification, and there's so many booklets and things to print out. I've got back into printing, but normally I didn't used to like printing it. But anyway, victoriagibson.com/workbook. That is where you can download your copy. You just click on the right-hand side to download it, I believe. Print that baby out because we are going to be referring to it. You are going to be filling it out as we go. So this isn't just, like I said, I'm not just giving you all theory, I'm giving you something that you can take away. But I don't want you to just take away and think about it. I want you to actually do this live. Do it as we go. Fill it out, get involved, ask me questions. Because of course, there's an invitation to go deeper at the end of this workshop, but you don't have to, I'm going to give you everything that you need in this workshop, okay? So I'm going to be answering your questions, filling you in. You please interact with me. Ask what you need. Ask how it would apply to you. If you want to go deeper, then book a session with me, and we can do that. Absolutely free. No one's going to be twisting your arm into anything, but it might just give you a bit of that clarity that you've been looking for. All right. So come today and the next 2 days. So we've got 3 of the live training sessions. With an open mind and an open heart, and come to interact. It's like, this is a safe place. No one's here to tear anyone down. That would be the worst. So anyway, let's pick a card before we dive in while let you get ready with your workbook. Make sure you have that in front of you. And I'm going to pick this one. What I love about these cards, there was 2, is these beautiful pictures. They're all Kuan Yin, different pictures. That one's a nice one too. Anyway, this card says it's the book of changes. Just like a beautiful but unusual melody, the divine plan is unfolding through your life. Although it isn't always predictable. Don't we know that in 2020? Kuan Yin is guiding you in the right direction. Even if you do not fully understand what is happening in your life now, allow Kuan Yin to bless you with trust in the unfolding of your own divine path. Okay, these are always what you need to hear. So let that sink in. But the last sentence I'd invite you to take in, which is trust in the unfolding of your own divine path. And what I love about what we're going to talk about today in the mastermind offer is that you can make it your own. It's so easy to compare and despair, right? It's so easy. Better turn off the old phone here. It's so easy for us to look at everything else that's going on out there in marketing land, all the noise, our competitors, what else is on offer, and just think we're not good enough, or think that we can never measure up to that, or think that we have to do it in a certain way. And that structure and those confines can be really, really stifling, and can actually trip you up. They lead to overthinking, overwhelm, and or staying stuck, right? The best way to get to your perfect offer, whether you choose a mastermind or not, I think you should. But if you don't, it's totally fine. If you go, no, I want to do low price, high volume, or I want to stick with my done for you, whatever it might be. All I want you to know is that I want you to keep consistently putting an offer out there. That is what's going to move you forward. Of course, not everything works, right? Of course, you're going to have missteps. Of course, you're going to sit there, you're going to lie down in the fetal position sometimes thinking, is this ever going to work? But the only way you're going to get momentum is to keep testing and trying. Yes, there's some other elements, and I'll go through them with you today as well. But I want to really encourage you, don't overthink this or stay stuck. Ask the questions to me. I will quickly answer them for you and move you through. Sound good? Is that a deal? Awesome. Okay, so let's dive in to the workshop. We'll go to session 1, and it is the only offer you'll need to grow and scale your coaching business. So you can reach 6 figures really fast, or if you're already at 6 figures but feeling burnt out, this is going to be a way to free you up. Okay, so it works for both. So you might say, oh, well, I've already got lots of clients. I'm already a big deal. Okay, great. If you don't already have a mastermind, or maybe you've tried one and it didn't really resonate, this will hopefully help you understand why. And the other reason I really like is that you need fewer clients to reach your targets, and I'm going to break that model down for you today as well. So what you're going to discover is the best possible offer. This is what I firmly believe. It is an offer that I have been making since 2013. A little bit about me, if you don't already know me. And oh, good, I can see lots of people. I can add that in, coming in, beautiful, love that. So 2010, I am working for a property company here in Melbourne, Australia. So that I live in Melbourne, Australia. I have 2 girls. I'm a single mum. I have an nearly 18-year-old and a 16-year-old. And I was working in corporate. So I'm your typical Gen Xer. I'm 46. I, went to school, finished school, got a good mark so I could go to university or college, as you'd say in the States, obviously, get my degree, get a great job, get married, have kids, live in a nice big house, do all these things, right? Like I wasn't born with a silver spoon in my mouth by any stretch of the imagination. I worked hard to make those things happen. And it was like I had my whiteboard or my checklist ticking them off as I went. Who here can relate to this, right? It's a very Gen X thing to do. You may be Gen Y and that's okay. I have a lot of Gen Y clients too. I find that the Gen X can still kind of filter down into Gen Y, but if you're Gen X, you're really going to get this where, we have that striving, and then you kind of reach that, I'm in my 30s, what the hell happened? I did it all, but I'm really successful, but I never fail and I can't fail. But why am I not happy? Why is this not making me light up at every turn? And since doing work on myself and uncovering the beauty of the Life Coach School and life coaching, I wish I had that information back then when I was in my early 30s questioning everything, right? But what did happen was that I do kind of tend to make decisions and jump. Like I am a bit of a natural risk taker. Not everybody has that profile, but I definitely am a natural born risk taker. So I left my full-time job. I was managing a shopping center, like a shopping mall in the States. And I was just like, I just don't think I can ever really do the big things I want to do. I knew I had this yearning, but I didn't quite know how that was going to come about. So really the reason I'm telling you that is because this is really what led me to understanding what a mastermind was, or even having the first inkling of what it was. And when I jumped out, I joined Marie Forleo's B School. It was the only actual online marketer that I knew, because I'd been on her meet a man list. I was divorced, had 2 small children, had to jump back in the dating pool, right? And I was like, I had no clue of what to do. I had been out of the market, been with my ex-husband for 13 years. So I was like, what the hell is going on with this dating game, right? So anyway, I managed to accidentally fall on her list while I was working in corporate, uncovered this whole world and went, oh my God, this is for me. I'm jumping out and I'm going to do it. Anyway, long story short, I then ended up the following year in 2011, I joined her mastermind. And in it, there were a group of 20 women, mainly Americans. I was the only Aussie in it at that time. And it was like this experience that I've been waiting for in corporate, where women are lifting each other up. Yes, you're all on the same journey to go somewhere. In this case, it was to create an online business, to create a business on your own terms, work from anywhere, create great offers that work and make you money, right? So what a gift. What an amazing opportunity that I didn't even know in corporate. I didn't even know that existed. Who knew that women could support each other, that you could travel around the world, go to retreats. One time we went to Mexico and hung out at this cool resort, had dance parties, cocktails, made awesome friends, those kind of, friends for life that you have, that you move through those transformations. And have a mentor who knows how to get where you want to go, right? How awesome. So 2011 was great because I was able to go be part of Marie Forleo's mastermind, and it got me thinking. And I remember, actually, I didn't have an offer when I joined. Okay, so here's why I know that mastermind works no matter where you're at, even if you're offering it or even if you don't know exactly, if you want to join a mastermind, it was the best thing to move the needle forward for me, because I even uncovered afterwards of buying all those online courses that it was so easy to just kind of not finish stuff, or not get the transformation, not stay accountable, not have people to move you through your stuckness, overwhelm, fear, emotions, all that kind of stuff, right? So I was able to join that, and I went, when we were looking at my offer, she said, what do you want to do? And I said, I want to have a mastermind like this, a place where women support other women, and I want to coach them through creating great businesses. And she looked at me and was like, yeah, okay. And then one of the other coaches said, but you can't do that yet. You just want to do that because Marie does that. And I was like, yeah, I saw what's possible. Of course I want to do that because I saw Marie do that. And I hope that other people see me doing this and want to do that too, right? Like, that's the core of what inspiration is. And there is nothing wrong with that. So for a while I didn't create my own mastermind till 2013. And I'm so annoyed because I kept hearing that voice. You just want to do that because Marie does that. And what did that make me think? That made me think that I couldn't do it, that I needed to be more expert, that I didn't have something to offer, which was actually just BS, right? Like, I totally could have done it. And that's why I'm here to give you permission. If you're in that place, you totally can do it, and I can show you how, okay? Because most women, particularly if you come into this group, you've been successful in some way in your life. You might say to me, but I'm not a guru. I haven't done an online course yet. No one's really buying my stuff. But I bet you have been successful, or you are successful already in some way. And it's just a matter of finding that essence, packaging it up, and getting it out there and connecting with your best clients, okay? So if you haven't been successful at anything, then maybe not for you. Okay, and that's fine too. Go and work on getting something that you're great at. We want to be creating great results. We want to be creating great offers, okay? You don't have to be absolutely 100% sure on this, but you do, but there is an opportunity for you to create structure and framework around what you offer so that you can ensure that you get results. And a mastermind is a really great setup to do that, okay? So after doing her mastermind, I was like, right, that's really what I want to do. But it took another mastermind that I was in to sort of get pushed off the cliff, so to speak, where one of my other mentors said to me, well, just do it. I think you'd be great at it. That was after I've sort of fell into Done For You. I did a lot of Done For You Facebook ads back in 2010, 2011, building my business. And, I created an online course, sold a few, but it definitely wasn't giving me the revenue that I wanted, right? So I fell into Done For You because people wanted it. Even back then, believe it or not, people didn't really want Facebook ads that much. Now, if I said, hey, I'll do your ads for you, which I do, help people with their ads in my mastermind, but I was basically just consulting and doing people's Facebook, because ads, creating 6-figure launches, I did it for people like Marie Forleo, Lewis Howes, Danielle Laporte, Leonie Dawson, a lot of names that you probably would have seen around the place. Because I was too scared to really put myself out there. Okay, because that voice of, you just want to do it because Marie's doing it, you can't do it, kept coming up for me, right? And kept me really stuck. So the online course, yes, I created a Facebook ads online course, sold it for $97, made about $3,000, and then got scared and went, I don't know how to scale it. I didn't know how to create an engine around that, okay? I didn't have the tools. It was all very overwhelming. And when people were saying, hey, can you just do my ads? That seemed so much easier. So what did I do? I went and maxed myself out doing ads and, still list building and doing content creation, but really it all just, I didn't have a structure for people to buy from me, really. So I ended up just maxing myself out on Facebook ads until I started my mastermind. Now this was like, when everything rain shines down, the sun rays come and shine down from the heavens above, and you go, this is what I should have been doing, right? This is the wrong turn I took when I did Done For You and was messing about with online courses that really weren't going to give me the amount and scale of revenue that I needed. And that's the thing, is that even, I stand by this advice, because I even said it to my sister yesterday, who has just moved out of corporate again. She's sort of been in and out a few times, but she's going to have a great offer, and we were talking about it, and she said, I'm thinking like the biggest question I get asked, what should I price my stuff at, right? And even that, my sister is not immune from that either. What should I price? I'm thinking 197, and I'm like, 197 is the curse. You cannot price it at 197. Because it's not expensive enough to A, be valued, and B, you do not have, or A, be valued, and then B, you have the volume to make that number work, right? But, because she's saying, well, I want to get to 10K initially. I'm like, well, do the math on that. Look at how many you have to sell. Now, you don't have an audience, right? You don't have a list. So where are you going to get those people from? You can get them from Facebook ads. Great. But it's probably going to cost you $100 to get a sale, right? Maybe on $100 would be good. Right, that would be fantastic. That's if you've got all your ducks in a row, right? All your conversions happening. You know where your audience is. You know how to message to them. You know how to get them to convert when they're on the page. All that kind of stuff, which most people are still figuring out, okay, or don't have a clue about. Or you go to someone else with a big audience, but you can't, that's not your audience. You can't rely on that. You can't keep harvesting from that. So you might have one big launch and then go, great, I made all this money and I burnt myself out doing it, but then where am I going to get it next month? Okay, because it's a one-hit wonder. It's like a Milli Vanilli record. Maybe they had 2 hits. Who remembers? I love 80s music. I am an 80s tragic. And there was a meme a couple of years ago that said, why can I remember the lyric to every 80s song, but when I walk into the kitchen, I forget what I went in there for? That is me. I know the lyrics to every single 80s song that's out there. But you do not want a one-hit wonder online course. You do not want a hard work, low-priced monthly membership. Okay, memberships can work, don't get me wrong, I'm not, and so can online courses. I'm not here to say don't ever do them, because people come to me because they see a lot of my ads and they say, oh, but you said online courses aren't any good. I didn't say that. I just said that there are things that you need to consider rather than blindly going into having an online course, because it needs an engine. It needs a conversion engine. It needs traffic. It needs a conversion engine, and most people do not have the knowledge of that, and they do not have the money to invest in getting the best people. You probably found, I want to get a sales page copywritten. Okay, well, that'll be $2,000. I want to get the sales page created. Okay, that'll be like $3-4 grand. Like yes, you've got to invest in your business. I'm not here to say you don't, but when you're testing, when you're looking to get things out there, I want to only invest on the things like traffic. You kind of need if you don't have an audience, right? So you do need to invest in Facebook ads. But the difference will be making the price of that offer higher. So I even said to her, I said, no, you've got to start at $2,000 to $5,000. I recommended for her it be $3,000. Okay, and I'm going to tell you why I recommend between those prices to sort of get started with your mastermind. Now, when I got started with my mastermind, here I'll tell you something different to what I did. When I got started, I offered $9,000 for 6 months. I got 9 people in my mastermind. So this is when I thought, no one's going to buy my mastermind. $81,000 for that 6-month period. Instead of going, oh, here you go, crap, I've got to do done for you. I was charging $5,000 a month to do Facebook ads back then, which was quite good. But it was a lot of work. I felt like I was really just being someone's employee, right? So I was able to get like a higher monthly revenue, but I was just like my client's bitch, so to speak. Okay, please don't take offense if I swear. But I was. They wanted me I couldn't, I'd be anywhere checking my phone. Oh my God, I've got to get on those ads. Like they're not working. This is happening. Rah, rah, rah. It was like relentless. So I knew I wanted a place where the collective, the group could come together for better outcomes, that it wasn't just about me and me doing everything for them either. And that's really what that mastermind is. The term mastermind comes from the term that Napoleon Hill had in his book Think and Grow Rich, and he believed that when two like minds come together, there's the creation of a third mind, and that's the mastermind. And it's really that collective power of the goodness of the group that comes up into this, like, think of it like a bubble above the whole group. That's the mastermind, where there's the power of the collective, there's a power of collective experience, the collective direction, that you're all headed in the same direction, whether you're at different levels or not, that's fine, okay? So I'll go through a lot of those questions that people have about masterminds, like what if people are at different levels and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, the third, so that's where that mastermind term comes from. But you get to invent what that looks like for you with some guidance and structure that I'm going to give you. Okay, so my own messages just keep popping up on here, so hopefully that is working. Anyway, I could probably there we go. I'll just do that, add the broadcast, so you know where to get the workbook. Can I push that down too? Oh, I can. How cool is that? Oh, I do love this Ecamm Live. They've really been upgrading it. It's awesome. Yeah, so basically online, you know, you've got the choice in offers. If you've got like a low price online course, or even what was I going to say about the low price online membership, right? So you've got that model, and the allure of that, of course, is that you're going to be getting passive income. You don't have to talk to clients that much, and surely the money's going to be rolling in. The downside is you have to launch, you have to have traffic and conversion, and you need a whole kind of engine and a bit of an army around that to get that set up, okay? So if you want to get started faster with less investment and less encumbrance, then a mastermind can be better. The other alternative is that you're doing one-on-one coaching, right? Which is getting great results for people. But when are you finding the time to grow the number of sessions that you've got available if you're already getting booked out? And when are you finding the time to work on other elements of your business? So you probably find you might only have like 6 sessions available a week. Well, you're not going to probably hit your income targets on that unless you're charging a really, really high amount. Now, once again, I'm not here to say don't have an online course and don't do one-on-one coaching, but what I'm saying is a mastermind's a great combination of both, where you can hit your targets, get the results of one-on-one coaching, but you've got some leverage from leverage like you would with the online course and the membership. Now, the reason why that is that you'll be bringing people together for a certain time with an overall outcome or promise. You don't have to start everyone at the same time, okay? They will join for a set determined period of time, but they can join at different times, okay? So you can have this as a rolling offer, which I absolutely love. Why? Because you don't need to do some big old fancy, you know, launch if you don't want to, right? You can just get started just as you would trying to get one-on-one clients, but they come into the group model. Now, I do not know why, but people resist this. The people who are doing one-on-one, I guess I was doing done for you, which is kind of one-on-one. I didn't really do one-on-one coaching, right, ever. I did the online courses or done for you. But I took on some private clients here and there, but that was after I had my mastermind with people who were like determined that they couldn't get something out of a group. Now I just say you can get everything and more out of a group, right? Because what I was going to say about the the one-on-one coaching before is that how often have you been coaching someone and you found that they just haven't been getting results, or they get stuck because they kind of make excuses and fall off. Yes, it's your job as a coach to make sure that doesn't happen, but it can really easily happen without that layer of seeing what's possible for others. This is where the power of the group comes to play and the mastermind really comes into its own. And that's when you start fostering success stories within your mastermind that other people, the collective, can see and be inspired by, right? So that is a powerful force that you can't get in private coaching. And it's very difficult to create in online courses as well, because you don't have the opportunity to kind of customize and support them on their journey. So that's what we're talking about. The market are a bit burnt out from online courses. They're also a bit burnt out from shitty coaching programs too, but that's another story. You get to a threshold where you've done a lot of online courses and you're not really getting that momentum. You get those initial breakthroughs of the concepts and understanding, but it's very difficult to get the momentum because you have specific needs and support. So this is what I'm saying. This is because your market wants more support. Number 1, guidance. Number 2, and customization. Now, the fear that comes from that is, I'm going to have to spend all my time with them. I'm going to have to create something new for everyone. Not necessarily, because when I work out a framework with my clients of how they get their results, and we really unearth that and package that up, you don't need to reinvent the wheel. And you can get started before you've even done that, right? Because you might have to give a little bit more customization. So maybe you are going to build in some more VIP sessions with them, onboarding sessions or one-on-one sessions to get them where they need to go before it's kind of like you can roll them out and to be free in the group, right? You might just need to, anchor in with them where they are and where they want to go first. But you'll be offering the support, guidance, and customization in a mastermind, but you have the leverage. Why do you have the leverage? Because you can do one-on-one coaching or coaching in general in a group, still in the mastermind, okay? So that's where you get the leverage. You could have 20 people in your mastermind, right? I have about 20 people in my mastermind, and that's pretty much the number I've had all the way through since 2013. Then, you can still create this intimacy, you can still create the collective, but I'm not doing 20 one-on-one sessions a week. That would mean 20 hours out of my day is done. Instead, I have beautiful group calls and people coming on and they get laser coaching within the call, or we do there's other different calls that we do during the week. We have about 3 group calls during the week. One is a life coaching call, one is a funnel call, and one is a general call. You can come to one or all 3, okay? But for many times I just have one. I added the others because I really enjoy the life coaching side, so I wanted to add that. And also sometimes we have to go into the detail of the funnel, so we might have to look at copy, might have to look at Facebook ads and how they're working, and go in the back end. And so we kind of create extra opportunity for that. But you're going to see at how that works for you as you go. Okay. Now I do rolling enrollment, which means that people can join at any time, but there is urgency in that there will be certain price changes. They can get certain bonuses or certain pricing. Like this week, there'll be an offer that to beat the price rise, right? So you get it at the last chance you can get it at this price that it's currently on offer for. So, but you can join at any time. I've been doing it since 2013, right? But the price may not be the same all the time. And, the value may not be there, or I'm throwing in certain bonuses that you can't get at other times. Okay, so now the first question that comes up about that, and we're going to talk about this in session 3 of how to deliver, so don't get too bogged down in this, is that what about if people are at different levels? That's fine. That's why you have your structured approach of what you take people through. Now that may be in an online course and it may not be. That's fine too. We'll talk about that in delivery, otherwise I'm going to get too bogged down. Okay, so mastermind in a nutshell, you can do it virtually, right? So when I started, I did retreats as well as the overall mastermind. Now you still may want to do that. One of my clients, Maria, does live events and retreats for her beautiful Sacred Mama Circles certification. The certification is also something you can be doing in a mastermind, right? That's an integral part of what she does, so she still wants to keep offering that. It's all personal choice. I think you can get great value and experiences from retreats, but you can still create a mastermind without them. Okay, so I don't have them in mind now because then it allows me to scale and have people from around the world, and also I don't have the issue now of having to peel it all back with the COVID stuff that's been happening, and I've really found that. So then I was also then able to make the price more accessible. The more retreats that you add, the higher price you have to go because there's a lot of costs that are incurred. So that's also why I wanted to make it more accessible, so I didn't have to charge the same amount that I charged before. Does that make sense? Who here loves retreats? Have you hosted any? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear. Or have you been on a cool one? I always love, especially in these times where, in Australia, I'm pretty sure everywhere else you can't travel. But in Australia, we are not actually allowed to travel at the moment overseas. So let me know if you've been anywhere. I'm dreaming. I really want to do South America. That is a place I would love to go. Anyway, so the mastermind is your hybrid solution, okay? It gets the results of one-on-one with the leverage of the online course. So pop that in your workbook. And it helps you start, sell, and scale, right? It goes beyond what you can when you're capped at one-on-one, but you can still charge even more than you probably have been per session because you charge for a length of time, okay? You're not just doing one-off sessions. People are committed, right? I recommend that you charge more rather than less so that people honor the investment. They show up and they commit. People come to my calls like every week because they're invested. They haven't just, bought a $1,000 program and then they're on to the next shiny object. They're there, they're showing up, they're connecting with others in the group too. And everyone in the group is not alone, right? They're learning from the coaching from others as well. How many times have you watch someone else got coached and got what you need out of it? I'm in a coaching mastermind and I have been, as I've already said, I've been in lots of them because I love them. I like going deeper than I can with an online course. And I'm always just left wanting more after I finish an online course. I'm kind of like, yeah, that was really cool and I learned it, but it just didn't feel the same as when you're in a mastermind when, you can be vulnerable, you can share, you can post something and you can ask people in the group and connect and have friends. Like I've only just joined a new mastermind and someone in it reached out to me and said, oh cool, I saw that you do life coaching too, like we should connect on a call. Great. Now we're doing fortnightly calls where we're just sort of brainstorming our offers. And it's someone who's got a business. She's doing maybe a bit more in her business, but we're about the same level. Like that's the other thing. Like I can find someone within the mastermind that is actually even more closely aligned and we can buddy up for change, right? They're the added experiences of a mastermind that I don't believe that you get from most online courses. There are the exception, absolutely, but mostly you don't, okay? So why not bring that added juicy goodness to your mastermind, okay? Now, the 4 pillars of the successful mastermind, I want you to have a clear outcome, okay? So I want you to be working towards that clear outcome. I'm just checking your comments. You can always ask me any questions if you've got in case I've missed them as I go along. Please do. Say for mine, it's the idea of starting, launching, delivering a great mastermind. Okay, so whether people already come to me with their own mastermind that they need to sell more of, or they come with an offer and they want to turn it into a mastermind, that's the kind of key deliverable. That doesn't mean that some people don't come with online courses too, and we work with those, but generally that's the main offer. So when people don't want to drill down to one clear outcome, I let them know that sometimes it's possible to be able to incorporate other, people with other, needs, as long as the overall direction's right, okay? The pillar 2 is that you do need some custom coaching in there. And I suggest having group coaching, a laser coaching in a group session. So you're doing the one-on-one coaching, but everyone gets to listen in, okay? You can do that using Zoom or a meeting platform. Weekly. I recommend weekly. People want to say, oh, well, I just want to do it fortnightly. You lose momentum. Excuse me. Oh, dear. I don't want to go into one of those coughing fits. There's nothing worse. Okay, let me take a coffee too. You don't want to lose momentum. So instead of thinking, how can I deliver less? I want you to be thinking, how can I deliver the most irresistible offer? How can I ensure that my clients get the best results? But then let's do it in a repeatable framework so that you're not reinventing the wheel for everybody. You're not burning yourself out. You're not lying awake worried that your clients aren't going to get the results that they need and hate you for it, okay? You're not going to fall into that dreaded trap of over delivery. There is nothing worse. And this mastermind container is all about ensuring that you can keep it light, right? You can go deep, but you can keep it light. So it's amazing how the more you take out of it, the better results you get. So like I was saying, I had retreats in mine. I used to have one-on-one coaching in mine too, right? So now I have a one-on-one on board. Oh gosh, talking too much. Now I have a one-on-one onboarding session when you come. We strategy plan everything, but everything else is group. I don't have retreats. I do have an online course or online curriculum as part of it now. So once I have all of that, now I've worked less than I ever have since I started my online business 10 years ago. But I'm getting amazing results for my clients, right? So clients are coming in, someone like Charlotte comes in and in May starts her mastermind and has 27 people in it already, $5,000 a person, right? So that's since May, what's that, 6 months? 7 months, right? So, and I'm going to share more of those, especially in session 2 tomorrow. I'll be taking you through some case studies of what happens. Oh, hey Janet, how you doing? I'm just having a coughing fit over here. How did your session go today? Hope it was good. Janet's in my mastermind too. She's awesome, and she has an amazing mastermind for women of color who are looking to grow their business. And so you need to follow her. She's brilliant. And now I've lost my train of thought. Can't remember. Oh, it's amazing. The higher you start charging, the more confidently you start charging, the less stuff and things you put in it, the more you streamline, and you'll be able to do this with guidance, right, and support, the better things work. Okay, so keep that in mind. So how are you going to add 10K, or how are you going to reach 10K with a mastermind? Okay, like I said, essence is creating value, an irresistible offer, great results for your clients. Okay, you're selling more than like just a service. Okay, you're selling an experience, you're selling connection. And I often used to say that you're selling your belief in someone. Okay, oh good, Janet. Like you're selling your belief. Because we need belief. We need people to believe in us in order for us to reach our dreams. And there's not enough places or relationships, regular relationships, that allow that to happen. Now, this can happen across, it doesn't just have to be a business mastermind, okay? I have women in my mastermind that cut across a whole different raft of categories. I will talk about that in tomorrow's session. Okay, so don't just say that this can only work if you deliver a monetary result. It can work across all categories of transformation. Okay, please make no mistake about that. And in fact, some of the other categories can work way faster and way better. Okay, so you're selling an amazing client experience, and that's at the heart of a great mastermind. So you want to think about how you can ensure great results, how you can ensure their journey is transformative. Okay, and then I suggest when you're getting started to charge between $2,000 and $5,000 if you're just getting started. If you're already offering something at a higher level, maybe you've had a $2,000 program, maybe you've already got a $20,000 private coaching program, whatever that might be, then and you're not sure where you would fit in, just book a call with me and we can do a pricing audit there and work out, okay, what could your offer be? Okay, so victoriagibson.com/call for that. But we need to charge more than your $150 a session or $250 a session or one-off amount or your $197 for an online course, because you want to be able to have space. Okay, you want to be able to have space where you can give your clients custom support, where you can respond to what they need, where you have time to create frameworks and guidance and guides, templates, helps, whatever you're going to need to get them through. Okay, you can't do that when you need to be bringing on 100 people a week, right? Like, it just doesn't work. So that's why we need to charge more. A, because of that, but B, because we want our students to be invested. Okay, and you'll probably find this yourself. I've bought $2,000 programs that I haven't finished as well. But generally, people buying $200 programs, or the odd membership or whatever. The amount of times I hear, oh well, I've got that membership, but I never look at it, or whatever it might be. Okay. People pay attention based on what they invest, okay? That determines that, which means that they're also anchored into getting great results, all right? So that's why we do that. So think about the result that you're offering, not the hours, okay? If you say to someone, okay, you're going to, we always fall into this, talking about what the deliverables of our offer. Oh, we get like 5 videos and 6 hours with me. And one of my clients, in fact, did this the other day, saying, well, I was giving a bonus. I said that they would have 3 one-on-one sessions with me. And it's like, yeah, but what does that mean? What result is that going to bring? Why does that matter more? Right? One-on-one doesn't necessarily get better outcomes. Group is amazingly transformative, okay? So be very clear about the result that you create, not the hours that you're putting into it. So don't price according to that. Don't get, we all want to get wrapped up in that, right? So instead of selling 6 hours of coaching, say you're doing private sessions, 6 hours of coaching for $3K, and then they go, oh, okay, that's $500 an hour, right? And then they go, well, hang on, Susie down the road charges $100 a session. I'd rather just do that and see if I like it, right? That's what happens, right? When you commoditize yourself with hours and time and you think of your offer in terms of that, you'll always lose. There's always going to be someone cheaper. There's a race to the bottom, right? It's a little bit like these low priced offers that you see out there, like a $27 or a $37 offer, right? There is so much in those, right? How can you actually win, right? Like you're giving your best stuff for $27. Well, all anyone's thinking is it 27? Right, I'll just buy it without thinking about it. What do you think people do with that information as well? Not much, right? Because they forget about it. $27, except I tried one of these, right? I sold my webinar success roadmap. So it's like a webinar template, which I've still got for sale. If you want it, let me know. Anyway, this one woman bought it, and she couldn't get access to my Google Slides because I've got Google Apps, and anyway, the permissions were a bit janky. And oh my God, you would have thought I had robbed her whole family by that $27 because she couldn't get access to this one template. I gave her access to it and she was still, she was going to come and murder me. That's a perfect example of someone just expecting everything for like a low price. They're not valuing it. They're just like, it's a commodity. There's no relationships in this, right? Like, so I want you to have great relationships with your clients because it's going to build your confidence in what you create. And also it's going to make it just more enjoyable, right? Like who wants to be dealing with clients they hate? No, thank you. All right. So don't talk about hours, process, or the specifics of your offer. The more they can focus on your own vision of the offer, so if we're filling in along with the workbook, they'll stop comparing it per hour and what the competition is offering and instead engage with your overall promise. So whether that's turn your marriage around, whether that's grow your business with a mastermind, whether that is, start your own virtual practice, whatever it might be, okay? And for it to work fast, see, that's the thing. I want you to get results fast, okay? I don't want you to be messing about with a $500 offer or a $197. I want you to be at least 2, generally 3K. 3K is a really nice sweet spot offer, 3 to 5, okay? You've got to have some other structures around that, but that's pretty much where we need to be. So that's that workbook. So key takeaways from today. Now, please ask your questions in here. Thanks, Jen, for playing along at home. Ask any questions in here. Even if you're watching replay, just hashtag replay. I'll come back and take a look. But by making your mastermind an investment rather than a cheaper impulse buy, right? Not buying into that insecurity of, oh, we're not the guru, we haven't got enough experience, so we'll make it cheaper so more people can buy. That is an absolute falsity. It does not work, okay? So make it an investment so that your clients are as committed as you are, okay? And then you've got time and space to serve your prospects more deeply than an online course can. But you've also got a beautiful offer that you can keep scaling and adding more people to than you can with a private coaching offer, okay? So you're going to get faster transformation than an online course, allows you to charge more for your expertise, okay? People aren't just doing DIYing everything. It is more a beautiful collective approach, a done with you approach. You know where they are on the journey because you have space, right? You're charging what you're worth. You're creating a beautiful connected collective as well. But it needs to be aligned with your personality. If you're someone who's allergic to people, this might not be the offer for you, but it also doesn't mean that you have to totally, over deliver and do everything for them either. It's this beautiful hybrid opportunity, okay? So I want your turn for homework for session 1. What is the one big result you can offer your clients, right? I want you to think about that. So I just said about how creating that one big outcome. Normally it's around the categories of freedom, finance, relationships, health and well-being, or purpose and power. Okay, so write what yours is. You can do it in here and tag me in it for your homework, for your chance to win a $50 Sephora gift card online. It's because I just love makeup and stuff. Like, you can always find something nice. And if you don't like that stuff, then you can gift it to somebody else. Okay, I want you to play along. I want you to ask a question. I want you to tag me in this thread. I'm not going to set up another homework thread because it gets lost in the group. There's too many posts. So set it up in here. Tell me what you want to offer, or if you want me to have a look at that too, or tell me in more detail the kind of work that you're doing and you're not sure, because most people are kind of stuck on that. But just category is cool. Just post that in there and let me know. Okay, and then tomorrow we're going to talk about the power of a niche, right? So how you can niche that down. At the moment, I'm just asking you homework, just clarify your category. But tomorrow we're going to be talking about the power of a niche, okay? And I'm going to be giving you examples of how this mastermind can be applied so that you're not stuck in that framework of thinking, it doesn't work for me, right? Like, how often does it? But not me. No, that's not going to work, right? I know that's what you're thinking. Don't fall into that trap, because you have the ability to add at least 10K a month. I'm pretty sure Janet can vouch for the fact that she was able to get up and running with this offer quickly. Actually, Janet, we should do a live. You should hop on here and tell women about your journey so far too. I might ask you for that. And yeah, so we're doing that session 2. Session 3 is really about those delivery issues. So when you've got questions about, but what would I offer this? Should I offer this? How much should I charge? All that stuff. Session 3. We're also going to be doing some other great bonus content sessions. So stay tuned. All of the videos are only up for this week, so you need to make sure you watch them. I'll tag you in them so you don't miss them. I know it's easy to get busy. And hopefully did that give you some ahas today. Post below and let me know. And I'm going to see you tomorrow. Can't wait. All right, guys, take care. Bye.